So today we are going to see filters, introduction to filters in Saga. And as I indicated earlier also, that the content we are going to use is from dstiget.in, and you can go to or visit this website and this link, introduction to Saga, or rather directly introduction to filters. So you will get these PDF and data. I have already downloaded this PDF and data, which I'll show you. This is the sixth filters. Now this sixth, the data which we are going to use is, because you have to unzip it, sixth this you have to unzip it. I have already unzipped it. This is sixth data, means data for the sixth tutorial. So we are going to use these today. Let me copy it and open Saga for you. So today's objective is to learn about the construction and use of image filters, and the prerequisite is, again, Saga should be installed and student must have done the previous exercises. Familiarity of basic operation of Saga is preferable. Let me introduce you with this. First, make an empty project. Images come in varying levels of quality and information, and using filters we can remove the noise from the image, making it fit for analysis and interpretation. Sometimes even having high quality images may not be enough to glean more specific information. It is necessary to process it with various algorithms. Generally, we have kernel filters. These are used to accomplish this task. A kernel filter uses a moving window that processes each pixel value, taking into account the values of the neighboring pixels. This way, this may be used to highlight, suppress specific information in the image. In this tutorial, we will learn to use different filters to perform some basic enhancement on subset of an overview and land use and land cover classification image. We have started Saga, and we need to open the image by clicking this load button and navigating to the folder containing the tutorial data, and change the file type to all files, and then just open this OrbView subset. Let me open it for you. File. So there are various options. If you want to open it directly, see what is going to happen. 6 all files, and this OrbView TIFF. Once you open it, this will directly come here. Okay, this is OrbView subset TIFF, and the image is loaded. The image is loaded in this data tab list. You can double click on it, and this is the image. So how about making it from default rainbow to grayscale? Make it grayscale. You know how to make it. Go to the colors and change from presets to grayscale. Okay, and apply. Zoom to. This is zoom to. This is a very important and handy tool, zoom to full extent. We'll now start with low pass smoothing filtering. That is, this filter is the most basic filter which is used for smoothing an image. It blurs the small features by taking the average of the center pixel and the neighboring pixels. The new value of pixel depend on not just on the original value but on the neighboring pixels as well. So thus, by suppressing the this starkness of the central point or pixel, it blends it with the rest of the pixel neighbors. That is why it is called as low pass filter. And one more thing why it is called as low pass filter, because it passes the features of low spatial frequency while removing the high frequency features. So it passes the low frequency. Let me show you this filter. This is a kind of pixel or low pass smoothing filter which we are talking about. See, this is 1 by 9. 1 by 9. This is what the filter is represented by 1 by 9 in all the cells. We are assuming that these are 9 pixels, and this indicates that while taking this means, we are taking mean. How we are taking mean? If this is an image, this is 9. So what we are trying to do is 6 into 1 by 9. So we have taken common 9. So 6 into 1 plus 7 into 1 plus 4 into 1 plus 8 into 1, and likewise till 6 into 1. We add them and just divide them by 9. So this is a simple averaging filter, and cells around and including the center cell are all given equal weightage. In this example, the 3 by 3, this is a 3 by 3 kernel which is applied to the center pixel, and for the calculation on the right, this a new value would be 6. So this central pixel will be replaced by a new pixel which is 6, not 9. So let us go to our Saga and open simple kernel filter via, you can go to modules, grid, filter and simple filter. So find out the filters. If you are able to find out the filters, it's okay. Otherwise we are going to search it. So let us go to each and every different options which are given. If you can find it, it is well and good. Otherwise, no problem. Okay. Let us find it. So we'll find simple filter. Filter as simple filter. This is just a simple averaging filter. Simple filter. If it is there, you will surely find it in Saga. So this is simple filter. Okay. And once you are here, just set the grid system to this system, because only one image we have loaded, and change the filtered grid output to create. Filtered grid to create, right? If this is not set, then the output would override the original image. So we have various mode like search mode. This is the search mode. This is the shape of the kernel window. The default is circle. Change it to square. Then you have filter. This tells us which type of filter we are applying to this image. Since we are doing a smoothing of the image, we'll use the smooth option. Okay. Various options are there: smooth, sharpen and edge. Then coming to radius. The radius describes the size of the kernel window. The default is 1, which means the kernel size will be 3 by 3. If the value you take as 2, it will be 5 by 5 and so on. For now, we'll keep these default values and we'll say OK. Just say OK. Grid is input, no problem. We'll select view satellite. This is the grid, this is the image, right? This you have to select also. Filter grid is create because it will be overwriting the original content. Say OK. Now once this task is completed, this image has come, which is all view subset filter. So it open this filtered image in a new map window by just double clicking it on it, and in this change the color scheme to now grayscale. Just we need to see how it has changed from the previous one, means original one. So just apply and tile them horizontally or say vertically. So if you are able to see, there are some certain differences from this is the original image and this is the filtered image. There are certain differences. It depends totally on your job, your work, what you want from the image, and sharpening, smoothing is done like this. So this was the simple filter which we have applied, and you can select this first map window and synchronize their extents via menu, map, synchronize, map, extend. How? You can just select this first map, say first map, and then you can find out synchronize, where it is synchronize the map extents. This is by selecting this and going to this select synchronize map extents. Synchronize map extents. Now click this this action tool button and zoom in an individual pixel as I'm going to show you. Go to the last level pixel. See. Okay, this is the last level pixel, and again here. And why we synchronize it? Because once you do it here, it should do, or once you go to a particular feature, the right hand side should also show the same. So let me go to this. Okay, so these two pixels are same. This white pixel, these are same. See, this pixels and this pixel is exactly same, but the view has changed by smoothing. So what you are going to do is go to this settings, and in this settings go to check. We have various options here. So this shows cell values. Apply. Again for this second one, this one, show cell values and apply. Okay, because we have synchronized it. These two pixels, see, this is 196, this is 255, this is 206.78, this is 247.00. So how the pixel values have changed. The central pixel on the left gets smoothed to the more closely resemble its neighbor. Now it is more closely resembling because this is the smoothened image. This is more closely, otherwise this white would not have been a gray one, because most of its neighbor of this cell is actually they are grayish, means they have certain values which is not complying with this value. This is odd man out, but here we have smoothened it, right? So let us the kernel is applied on this image on the left. We can easily compute it also. So now change the name of the OrbView, this filter image, to say OrbView subset low pass. You can change the image, change the name. So just select it and go to OrbView name and make it subset and smooth underscore smooth, and press tab, apply. Okay, now we'll see this high pass filtering. So a sharpened image is one in which the smaller features are made more prominent, and they appear sharper when each pixel can be differentiated from its neighboring pixels. To do this, we must heighten the difference between a pixel and its surroundings. So the high pass filter often treated as edge detection or directional filters. Let us go back to the simple filter module and change the filter option to sharpen now. Change the output filtered grid to create. So let us see how we can do this. We have just seen how we can do this. Simple filter has come here. So this is simple filter. I have just selected it from the drop down menu because we have already used it once, so it has come. This grid system, OrbView subset, and this is create, make it create. This is now not smooth, we'll change it to sharpen, and this will remain as square and 1 3 by 3 we are using, and press OK. See, a new image has come. Let me open it also, and this image, let me change the color now. Make it grayscale. Okay, okay, and apply. Right, this is a sharpened image. So if I close this image for a while, the previous one, and now let me tile them vertically. Zoom to extend. Let me make it zoom to extend. These two images, now you can see that this had changed a bit, and this edge detection can also be taken using this Laplacian of Gaussian filter combination. This first job you have seen, first we have smoothened it, then we have sharpened it. So this sharpened also we have seen. Let it be some sharpened name. But we'll do edge detection also. How? Using the Laplacian of Gaussian LOG filter combination. And this combination of Laplacian of Gaussian filter is used for sharpening image while preventing the amplification of noise. Because noise, if we apply the Laplacian, then the noise will go beyond what we could expect, because it is second order. But LOG will not allow this noise to amplify more than what we would expect. So the Laplacian filter on its own would amplify the noise in an image. So if we process it with Gaussian filter, the noise pixel gets smoothed out. This reduces the chances of noise amplification. So how to open this Laplacian filter module via modules? You can just find it out. Laplacian filter. That is LAPLACIAN, Laplacian filter, and tab, and then OK. This is Laplacian filter. Press OK. Again, just select this grid system, the input image, that is or view subset, then make it create, then user defined kernel, make it standard kernel 2. Okay, and rename the output file if you want to say, because once it comes, then we will change the name. Circle, let it be circle only. Radius, it depends, you can make it circle or OK. Press OK. And this is Laplacian filter. See, now only the edges have come up. Tile vertically. This edges has come up, and let me zoom it for you and zoom to full extent. Okay, this is how LOG would work. So this will create an edge filter which highlights all the edges in the image. And edge is significant or signified by an abrupt and sudden change in pixel values. This allows us to identify the boundary of feature easily. If you go deeper to this section, so this section, and just say that I want to show the cell values, apply, go, you see, so there is a sudden abrupt change in the pixel values. That is why we are calling it as edge. It has surfaced out the edge. On the left, we can see, we can also see comparative study of these two, means the first one and the second one, the original image, but how this has changed. And let's look at the kernel we have used in the above operation, and select the Laplacian filter module from the module tab, and then select the description tab to see the values of the kernel of standard kernel 2. So how you are going to see it? You can go to tools, and here you have various options. So how to find it? You can go to these filters, where you can find the filters. For that, you go to this grid. In this you will find filter, and in this this filter, search for Laplacian filter, this Laplacian filter module from the module tab, and select the description tab. Just select the description tab. So this is a description of Laplacian, and you see this is the standard kernel 3x3 type, and because we have chosen standard type 2, This we have used -1, -1, -1, -1. All the edges are -1. The center one is 8. So this is using the standard control 2. We can verify the value of the output below. You can just compute it via multiplying it with any of these values, original values, and you'll arrive at these values. And you have seen that to reduce this amplification of noise, we'll first press a Gaussian filter over the image, and for that you can also go to Gaussian filter, and you see the description of Gaussian filter. We'll first apply this Gaussian filter. This is a smoothing operator, and we see that the operation is from Gaussian. Then we are applying it on this just reduce the amplification of noise. So how we are going to do this? First apply your Gaussian, and then apply this Laplacian of Gaussian. Laplacian of Gaussian, and I have already told you how to do is Laplacian of Gaussian. And we have a majority filter also. What is this majority filter? When dealing with you have various options here. You can try all these, right? So we have just first computed Gaussian and then applied the Laplacian filter. So majority filter is when dealing with the thematic images using classification map. It becomes apparent that there are very tiny land use cluster within a single large land use class. To remove these counterfeit clusters and to produce a more realistic land use class map, we use this majority filter. This considered all the pixels in the convolution window and assign the most abundant land class to the central pixel. This results in a output image having a smoother and most general track. So now for this we will open the image, which is LULC 2010 in Saga. How you are going to open? Just open, go to your all files and open this TIFF. Okay, go to data and see this image has come, LULC. Once this image is there, from the setting tab, change the color type to lookup table. First double click it. First let me close all the images. No, close all. I want to see this, only this which has just come up in a new window, and you would like to change the color or let it be like this. This is a new map window. Now change the color type to lookup table. How you are going to change it? Select the table field and click. These are the description settings. So you have table also. If you could find out where is the table, then this table can be changed, right? This table can be changed. For that you can just go to your settings, and here you find this type, make it this lookup table, and this lookup table has come. And if you want, you can just have this load and this lookup table.txt. Okay, so these are the lookup table for forest, shrubland, grassland, urban, mixed cropland, water, and these are the description. These are the minimum and maximum values. Press OK and apply. See the variation in the color. We have opened this majority filter, and we need to see what this majority filter can do. For that you can go to this and see if majority filter is there. If you can find it out, it is very good. Double click it, and this majority filter in this window set, what you have to choose is grid system. Of course you have to choose this 302146 because we are working on this image now. And this, of course, grid system will be this LULC, and make it create. This circle can be changed to square and keep it 1 and 0. So we'll set the search mode to square so that all the 8 neighboring pixels are used, and we will change this filtered grid to create, to make a new image. If it is not just not set, it will the output will override the original image. So we will keep the radius as 1 also. Say OK. See the progress. And now you wish to see what has happened. This is the majority filter. Let me open it for you and see window vertically. So these are two images. The previous one which we have changed through lookup table, and then this one which we have just now created. So this is you can open the output in a window and you can set the color scheme, because color scheme is already there. And for that you can also do what copy setting. So for that you have a very good option, copy setting from other layer, and you can just select this LULC 10. Okay, so both will have the same color setting. So what you observe in this image after applying majority filter, because the majority of the land cover has been credited, okay, has been assigned to this image, and you can just very well check easily. Go to each part here, make it say synchronized map extents, and once you go to one part, it will show you the second part and find out the variation. So this was about the filters, which basic filters we have seen. You can very well find various filters and try every filter, because it depends on your work and job, that which filter will be best suited for you. Thank you so much. Take care.